literally just finished filling up the new pool, and Papa has just turned up. Perfect timing. 8:33 in the morning, Monday, March 7th, 2022. This is awesome. Hello, so I am having a Zoom with the wonderful Adele. I always called you Andrea because we've been talking about fabrics with Andrea. So we're catching up, we're having, well, Adele's enabling me.
You're enabling me?
No, I would never do that. You're enabling me because you keep talking about Andrea's fabrics. And
yeah,
oh, sorry, carry on.
I was going to say they are beautiful.
Yeah.
But yeah, you don't need any encouragement.
As in you generally speaking, or you as in me?
As in you don't need. You've purchased three fabrics in the same colourway.
I know, I'm terrible. Now we're doing secret stuff, and Adele is cutting out a secret pattern.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I have not, I think I've already cut mine out ready, so we're just kind of just chatting, aren't we?
Yeah, well, we're meant to be sewing, but that hasn't really happened.
Yeah, but it's great to have a catch up and a giggle.
It is. I haven't had a sewing chat fix for a while.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And we'll have to meet up in person one day and go to one of these shows.
Just I'm going on holiday near where you are, so we'll be able to meet up.
Yes. Okay, yeah, but it's a family holiday though, isn't it?
Yeah, but they know they have to make time for you to go to fabric places.
Oh, okay, if you don't mind, then I can, yeah, definitely help you, escort you to some stores.
Escort me? Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'm definitely loving going to fabric shops at the moment. That is my new thing.
Yeah.
In-person fabric shopping.
Yeah.
My favourite.
Awesome. Righto, anyway, we're going to carry on off camera, enabling and talking, and hopefully do some cutting out. Right, see you.
Bye.
God. I think the only way to describe some things is you are standing on the sidelines, completely motionless, and everything is just whizzing by, and there's very little that you can do about it. And I guess that's kind of how I have been feeling for a considerable amount of time recently. And yeah, it kind of affects anybody, everybody, at any given time, no matter where you are, no matter how old you are. Sometimes it feels almost like you are invisible, unless obviously you are needed or wanted, or in most cases for some people that others want to use you for, and then suddenly you become kind of real to them. It's almost like then you exist all of a sudden. You get those feelings when, you know, you've been gossiped about, talked about, condescended, whatever. Situations where, you know, people are like rolling their eyes and do that thing where they kind of smirk and look down but glance at their friends as if to say, yeah, I know what you're thinking. They just kind of have that little moment that can kind of make somebody else feel really insignificant and mocked, made fun of, whatever, depending on the context. And been feeling a little bit of that, and coupled with some of the occasional negative messages that I receive. And I know I'm not alone, and I kind of understand, you know, when you are a content creator, I don't know if that is the correct term. You know, I make vlogs for you guys, and I guess that's why I've been kind of behind the camera for a little while. And I know people can sit on a computer, and I know a lot of people sort of suggest, oh yeah, you know, they hide behind a computer. Well, they're not really hiding, unless they happen to live close by. That is the only communication that they have, is on the computer or whatever device it is that has the keypad where they can type. And yeah, some people kind of deliver their thoughts and everything perhaps way too negatively. But also you got to bear in mind, some people may have learning difficulties, some people may not know how to deliver their thoughts. And yeah, obviously some people are just outright really nasty. And yeah, obviously that's blatant obvious when people are that horrible. But sometimes you kind of get things and you kind of just got to read a little bit in between the lines, or just reply and ask directly, oh, is that me just misunderstanding? Could you just explain that? And then maybe some negative personal messages are perhaps not so negative, and it's, ah, okay, that's kind of what you were referring to. Okay, maybe I am a bit of a deal, and you know, a bit of a sad sack, and sometimes I may nervously talk, and it kind of sometimes puts some people in a uncomfortable position. But again, you know, if you are kind of picking up vibes from somebody that kind of gives you negative feeling, you know, at the end of the day, I think that's not really very kind, because I think scratch the surface and realise that, you know, a person we all do, we all have a backstory, and kind of just get to know that people. We are all different, but also at the same time we're quite samey as humanoids, and it's just so sad sometimes to see others treat other humanoids not really very kindly. And with everything else going on in the world, you would think kindness and support and everything like that should be so important. But no, to some people, you know, they're in their kind of like cliquey circle, or you're not seen on the same level, and you know what, just kind of break your own whatever it is, and kind of just step out from the circle and realise, you know, there's a bigger, wider world out there than just kind of the small sort of narrative in it all. At the end of the day, you know, it's their loss. and somebody else's gain. I guess that is the flip side to it. But it'd be interesting to see how, if they were treated in whatever way that they did not like, then it's kind of like, well, then you kind of know what it's like to be on the receiving end of things like that. But hey ho, who am I to, you know, you'd think I'd be used to all this by now. And the other things that kind of been bugging me a little bit is you make arrangements with people, or they make arrangements with you, whichever way you would like to look at it. And you get excited, you really look forward to something, and then it does not happen for whatever reason, and you do not hear. Either you've got the email or a text message, WhatsApp, phone call, whatever it is that the communication made the arrangements. And then you see the exact same thing that you and another person and or people arranged to do together, really look forward to it, and then you see them doing it with somebody else, and they haven't even, you know, they've let you down, but they've not told you that they've let you down. And I personally, I get really hurt and upset by that, and I've just not understood kind of the human nature to that. Why kind of give people something to look forward to, something exciting, build them up, and then it's like, boom, just completely deflated. And it kind of puts you kind of a little bit of a big step in what little trust may have been there is kind of gone. Oh, you know what I mean, guys. See, there's kind of all sorts of things and feelings and emotions going on. Yeah, so that's kind of where I am still at with all that. But anyway, more importantly than that, I only kind of came on and talked about that because a couple of people have messaged, and yeah. And also when we watch people's vlogs, videos, whatever, it's kind of, you're getting to know the people, and I suppose it reaches more people, especially if they have things in common that they can relate to. So that's kind of where that is. Anyway, just moving on a little bit, I just want to talk about kind of the content. Obviously I did not put anything out last Friday, and that is because everything that is going on currently with the Ukraine, and I suppose I feel really guilty. I feel putting videos out, and it's almost like it could be considered that I do not care. Believe me, guys, I care. I care above and beyond. I always have had. The amount of people I have helped in my life, and for the most part, all gets thrown back in my face. And yeah, people say, you know, you get your fingers burned, you know, why do you do it? Yeah, but then if you kind of stop, what if that very one person who you would like to have helped, if you did not, they could have been that very person that absolutely needed that help, and then you'd feel really guilty. But yeah, it's just, I feel really strange. I mean, today there is going to be the SewHayleyJane unboxing and some fabrics, but I just feel bad for putting that out. I know you guys will say I don't feel bad and all the rest of it, but also there is a flip side. So it's like, there's always two sides to a coin, isn't there? There's always the good and the not so good, you know, negative, not negative, and yeah. And to have a bit of kind of regular normality, maybe, I will continue to put videos out for when I feel okay enough to do that. And, you know, just for a little kind of side, yeah, for people to come and kind of just get away from whatever it is and go into their little, you know, their own little world and enjoy whoever's video it is that they find enjoyment. And that's kind of why I added a little bit more nature over the last few months, because a lot of people like that. A lot of people do not always have an outdoor space, so therefore, you know, seeing that. And also we all live all over different places in the world and travel around for the most part, and you know, for some people that's really enjoyable. Now I know it's not for everybody, and I know people do not come to my channel as much, and you know, I get that, or they just skip bits. That's fine, that is fine, go for your life. But it's kind to think of the recipient, so they're watching your channel and it's getting to know you and all the little things that you enjoy and they may then enjoy. So I'm doing my best to kind of do a little bit for everything, but it absolutely breaks my heart with everything that's going on in the Ukraine at the moment, and you see all those people and little babies, old people, young men, and all the little animals. I mean, I rarely watch TV anyway, like my friend's TV, but the little bit that I've seen, it's just been absolutely devastating. And I just saw a glimpse of his little cat the other day, and then you start thinking of everything else. You know, what about the animals in the zoos? You know, are they okay? Are they safe? Are they being fed? It just absolutely breaks my heart. So I just wanted you guys to know and or realise that by me putting videos out, that does not mean that I do not care about what is going on in the world, because I absolutely do, and doing things behind the scenes as well that you guys do not know about. And we all, well, for the most part, most of us do what we can to help and support, and not just in this, which is what's going on, but lots of things that have gone on like this and worse. And we have done our very best to give, donate, support in whichever way that we can. And yeah, so I got a few videos coming up. I do not know if I'm going to put the Stitch Festival videos over the weekend, because on Monday I have my So Frugal, which most of you guys know now, that was arranged by Samantha Fugalisima and Ryan from Yorkshire Showgirl. So thank you so much for your absolutely massive hard work. Just so grateful to you, you know that. And yeah, so my video for that will be out on Monday. And yeah, I'm not entirely sure if Tia will help do the 2 little videos that I want to show you guys for the Stitch Festival that I went a few days ago. If not, it may be midweek next week. Yeah, again, let me know, but I think by putting some content out, it's good for those that want a little bit of escapism. Also this year I am being involved again in Sew Yellow for Endo. For those of you that do not know about that, that is organised by the wonderful Jess from So What If I Sew. You can find her here on YouTube as well as on Instagram. She does wonderfully. I don't know where she gets the time. Jess, you're absolutely amazing. But she does live videos on her story. So go check that out if you would like to. And yesterday had the Pink Ladies live, which you may see after this, depends on how the editing goes. And I felt quite important in a fun, sort of silly way. And Andrea said, could you just kindly let the ladies know that I may not be able to make the Zoom? And I was like, oh, I've been given a little bit of responsibility. So I caught up with the ladies and we went just over an hour, which we kind of usually do anyway. And then me and 2 other ladies, we were very naughty, and we stayed on for a whole bunch of time. So in the end, for me and the other 2 ladies, we actually had a 2-hour Zoom. So it was great fun. It's great fun because, again, with those Zoom calls, you can kind of take out time and kind of just talk about whatever it is. And we all have very varying different stories, feelings, emotions and all the rest of it. Sometimes some of us go through things and we can relate, and it's really lovely to be able to talk about whatever it is that we talk about. So, and then one of the ladies from Australia, she sounded at one point, I think it was called R2D2, is it? And I don't know, I don't watch those movies. And yeah, so she kind of had to fix it. So if it's that will be played just for a couple of seconds in real time. But yeah, that was funny. So we're a bunch of galahs, and yeah, it's always a little bit of fun, something to look forward to. But if Andrea, if you're watching, thank you so much for that little bit of responsibility. We were very good Pink Ladies as well. We did not get up to too many shenanigans. We might be plotting and planning though to come over to see you and yeah, maybe take a very good thorough interest in all your stunning beautiful fabrics. we might ply up and we might move things around, so I don't know, watch your back. have my SewHayleyJane unboxing that has arrived today, and yeah, it's Thursday, March 10th. I have not opened it at all. I thought I would do this on camera so you guys could see what is in this month's box. We're always greeted with this sunshine yellow tissue paper. First up, we have the little book that Hailey does, which is always wonderful to read, and it's called Spring Has Sprung. We will start off with an introduction, hello, from Hailey. We have a make of the month, and yeah, gingham, I absolutely adore gingham. Timlin with her Fat Quarter project profile from a lady called Amanda. Then there are pattern picks each month and the Makers Gallery. So there's a little bit of a sneak peek as to what is in the book here. Next up we have the very beautiful 4 fat quarters this month. I get 4 fat quarters in this box because I subscribe to the classic box, which is the middle tier. There is a mini box and there is also a luxury box. So let's take a closer look at these pretty fat quarters. First up we have this kind of peachy colourway in the background with these very pretty floral designs. I will insert, well, TE will insert some stills so you guys can have a little bit of a closer look. Next we have another happy colourway, kind of like a bit of a duck egg background with these pretty flowers. Following from the other one, another beautiful floral, and these little flowers are much smaller, variety of colours, and yeah, very sunshine yellow colourway for the back there. And then kind of the same floral design is the duck egg one, just in a darker blue colourway in the background. These are absolutely beautiful and they're all 100% cotton. Next up we have a little baggie here, and this is from Jen Generates, which is Jen Hogg, and the lady was on the sewing bee. Righto, so you can see Jen's card there. Flip it over, and then we have a little something in there, so I'll open it out so you can see what is inside. There we go, so inside the little tin here, which is a screw lid, and yeah, we have some measuring devices in there, so I'll take that out and you can take a closer look. Righto, so here we go, so they are called seam circles. We have one at 1 centimetre and 1.5 centimetres, and we have Hailey's name logo there. I have seen these in action, and it's amazing now that I actually own some. So let me know guys if you have any of these and how you get on with them. The wood and the design is wonderful. Next up we have 2 candies, so I will pass those on to a friend and hopefully they will enjoy these. Also in this month's classic box we have an invisible white zipper, and accompanying the box we always get some thread. So I would kind of say this could be a little hint to the main fabric, or it could be a little bit of a red herring, because you may kind of think it might be a white fabric or cream. So shall we find out? Okay, let us take a look at what is under the sunshine tissue paper. We have a very pretty bold print here. It is a cotton poplin, and in the classic box we get 2.5 yards. That is wonderful, and yeah, really soft being a cotton poplin. And let me know if you get this classic box and if you have this colourway. I'm not entirely sure yet, have not seen anybody else's if there is a different colourway. But what ideas have you got for yours? I'm thinking of maybe a wrap dress, possibly kind of a romper jumpsuit, but just something to really show off, something probably long and flowy for this design. Righto, I was going to show you guys the fabrics that arrived earlier, and this is the fault of Rachel from Stitched Up when she did her live, and I think a lady in the live chat had said something about the rainbow fabrics, and whilst Rachel was doing her sew along in her live, she had ordered some fabric, and I saw one of them and I kind of thought, oh, that looks really kind of inviting, and yeah, so I kind of took myself over there and then decided to purchase 4. Now this took over a week to arrive, and here's the parcel. I kind of looking at this parcel actually and thinking it's a little bit small because I did actually order 4 fabrics, so I'm hoping that they are all in here. And yeah, it's kind of bulgy, and as you can see it's kind of crumpled and everything a little bit there. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, I don't know, that just seems a little bit strange to me. I don't think if I was sending parcels I would kind of send it like that. So let's open this up and see what is inside. Well, obviously fabric. Righto, a little bit of a peek there. So I'll take these out. It's actually really stuffed in this packaging so much. I don't know, I'm not really overly happy with that. Righto, so I have my fabrics here. Just going to open the information there for you. Alrighto. That's been cut out. I'm not entirely sure. That's not really very professional. Okay. Okay, so 2 A4 pieces of paper and one has something cut out there. Okay. Oh, okay, so hang on, something's actually written here, obviously, but handwritten. So 3.5 yards, slight damage. Oh no, okay. So that is the white linen there. Alright, okay, so it's this one. Okay. Okay, so I'm just kind of just having a look. Okay. I can actually start to see, it's like the linen here has kind of been stretched with the weft and warp. Oh, crikey, actually, there is a lot of damage here. In there, insert some steels. Okay, so going to have to look at that a little bit more. Okay, this is the one that Rachel, I believe she actually picked some of this up herself. This one is called Blue Jungle Linen Jersey, and yeah, has a little zebra there, little animal of sorts here, kind of a 4-legged, yeah. I'm not entirely sure if I would call this jungle, it's kind of more tropical. Anyway, so that is the other one. Then we have some elephants and that is called Slippery Viscose. And the other one has tigers on it, and that is called Olive Green Tiger Carton. Righto. Okay. I'm actually a little bit disappointed. Now, if that... Okay, so guys, if this has happened to you, would you not kind of think that they should really contact the purchaser and ask that if they, during cutting, had noticed there's faults in their fabric, to message them and ask the customer if they actually want to continue with that purchase instead of kind of assuming? I think that's a little bit naughty. Slightly damaged. Damaged? Slight damage. So which kind of spelling of those two words should he have kind of said? Okay guys, there we go. This damage here that you can see is sporadically all over this linen. I am so disappointed. And there are also some little tiny holes throughout. I'll show you that as well. Can you see that? That hole there? And there are a couple of those. If I put my finger, there you go. And look, more of this damage here. Oh my gosh. You know, all the years that I have purchased fabric, I think I have only ever been unlucky once, possibly twice before, but only, I think from memory, once. And also one of the fabrics has been really jaggedly cut as well. I'll show you that. Okay, so there, just where they've cut it, you can see the self edge there. That looks like it has been torn there, and then you can see how jaggedy it is. So I've kind of just folded it over on itself, so this is the inside of the fabric. Wow. Also, it's not going to pick it up very clearly, but there are some kind of lines all the way through this, and I guess that's where the printing rollers have just created that. It's all the way through this fabric. You can just slightly see there the different colours. Righto, on a closer inspection, just as I was folding the Ellie fabric back up, yet another fault, and it's like sky scratch lines all the way through here. Yeah, it's so sad. Why do people send things and then just not tell people? Do they think the customers would not check? And then it's all the cost involved, because now I have to pay shipping to send this back to them. So here's a closer look at what somebody has handwritten, and they've also scrubbed out of stock. Now, is that because I purchased the last of that, or is it because I placed an order for linen and the specific linen that I had was out of stock, and so they gave me different linen? I will probably never know.
What about palazzo pants with a little top made out of that faux angora? You wear palazzo? I don't wear palazzo pants.
No, I'm not laughing at that. It's your voice.
I'm still R2D2, aren't I?
Yes.
Okay. I'll sign autographs a bit later, I'll